Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Makeup Monday. So today, yay, I am finally filming a yellow makeup tutorial. I feel like a lot of you have been asking me for a yellow look and I don't know what took me so long because this look is chef's kiss. I am using I came to the conclusion that these palettes have to be some of my all-time favorite because I reach for them so often and I'm sure you guys have noticed it. So we are using both of the Jaclyn Hill palettes with Morphe. I have volume 1 and volume 2. There's just something about these palettes, like they're amazing. The quality, the pigment, the colors. You can create so many looks with these palettes. So I hope you guys are ready. I know that tons of you have the Jaclyn Hill palettes, which is why I don't mind reusing them over and over, even though I have hundreds of other palettes. But yeah, I just created this really easy and simple bright yellow with like brown, very neutral and warm, but also very like summer appropriate. It's not hair washing day, but my hair is definitely a little bit oily, so don't mind that. I hope you guys are ready for today's Makeup Monday. As always, subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. And that is it. So you already know, grab your cafecito and let's go ahead and start with today's video. Starting off with the lids, priming them as always. This has actually been my go-to from Profusion. It is a really nice thick layer to apply to your lids. It's not tacky, but it really controls the tones of your skin. So I'm going to take the Volume 2 Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to go in with the shade Certified, which is a really light vanilla. It is leaning a little more white because I am a little tan and Jaclyn is a lot more light skin than me. So I'm going to go back into that same palette and I'm going to start off with the shade G Money. Now this color, as you can see, it's a really pretty like terracotta caramel camel brown. I really wanted to stick to browns that had almost like a yellow undertone to really bring all the colors together. So I packed that on, as you can see, all over the crease, and then I went in with a fluffy brush to blend everything. P.S. This brush is from Fusion, from their collection, their Desert collection. One of the best blending brushes at the drugstore. Highly recommend if you can still get your hands on it. So we're going to blend the edges. I'm not going to go too crazy with like trying to create so much depth in the beginning. I'm just going to build my way up towards it. So make sure you blend the edges mainly. I don't recommend to go all over like in the center because you don't want to get rid of any saturation from the eyeshadow. You just want to blend the edges. So please, please, please always remember, only blend the edges and that it's going to give you the most beautiful diffusion of color. Now we're going to jump into the first palette and I'm going to take the third shade on the top row. Now this palette unfortunately doesn't have the names on the actual palette. I know that it did have it in like the little sticker sheet with girl sticker sheet, which girl, I do not own that anymore. So I will try to leave the names listed down below, but you can also reference back to this video and see the pictures yourself. So I'm going to go back one more time with the shade G Money and just really emphasize it onto the crease. As you can see, a lot of it really kind of like blended away when I was blending the edges, especially because I went with a bigger brush. So I just go back and re-emphasize the color. No additional color on my brush, but I am just blending the edges to really create that beautiful blown out and diffuse look that I personally love in my makeup look. So make sure you take your time. Now this is when we're going to go into the deepest color. This is the deepest, darkest brown we're going to use today. Again, this is from the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette, and this one is the second shade going down onto the last whatever you I'm not even gonna get into detail. You guys saw which one I was pointing to, but it's a really pretty, I think this one's called chocolate chip, if I'm not wrong. I think it's called chocolate chip, but it's a really pretty deep brown and it just creates the most beautiful chocolate brown. duh, hence the name. So as you can see, I did only apply this to the outer corners of the eye because I didn't want to bring this all the way in. And then once you have that blended, you want to go in and cut your crease. If you're new to my channel, I like to do this hack where I use an eyelash curler to help me kind of like cut my crease. A, it saves me time, and B, I'm lazy, so this is just like an easy way for me to do it. I did take a little bit of the concealer and dragged it down, but I'm not going to completely cover my lid with the concealer because I am going to clean it up and we're going to apply a yellow base onto the lid to really make that yellow pop. I really want this to be like super bright, and so I felt like if I covered it with concealer, the browns were going to mix in and it just wasn't going to be clean. So I'm going to take a little bit of my favorite micellar water, which is from Garnier, and I just use that same brush. You can also use Q-tips. I was too lazy to get up and get Q-tips, but we're going to try out these City Color canvas colors on City Color canvas. There we go. These are really nice bases that have so many different colors. They have yellow, they have orange, they have green, white, black, purple, blue, literally so many different shades. I will have it linked down below in case you guys are wanting some that are dupes for the P. Louise at way affordable price. So I went back into the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette and I took the shade No Joke, which is the only yellow in the palette. This one is definitely a little more like a sun yellow, and the base was a little bit more of a, I don't know, like a more toned down yellow, but it ended up working out because that No Joke is just a really pretty bright sun yellow. I applied that all over the lid with a packing brush, making sure that I went back and I erased any creasing that I have because, like I've said a million times, I have super saggy, creasy lids, and so I do always have to make sure that I don't set the lids. Otherwise, they will crease and they will crack and they just look nasty throughout the day. We're going to go back into the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette. We're going to take the darkest shade, if you guys remembered, which was that chocolate chip, I think it's called. It's a dark brown color, and that's what we're going to use for the outer corner to diffuse everything. Make sure that you keep this mainly in the outer corner. Otherwise, you're going to bring it in too far, and it's just going to look too dark, and we want that nice ombre effect from like the lighter brown to the darker brown. So now here I'm going to go back into G Money. Now this brush right here is from the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream collection, which is another one of my favorite collections from e.l.f. P.S. I do have an e.l.f. video coming up, so make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe. But I'm packing that, as you can see, just right here to blend it into that dark chocolate chip color to create that beautiful illusion. Now I did go back into the first shade, or the first palette, and I picked up that like mustardy brown shade because I really wanted that to create a beautiful ombre onto the yellow. I'm going to go back into the first Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take that darkest shade on the bottom. It's like a deep, deep chocolate brown. It almost has a little bit of a purple tone, and I'm actually going to use this to create an eyeliner. You can use a regular eyeliner, but I decided to skip out, and then I just went back and blended and diffused the edges to make sure that everything was nice and smooth. And as you can see here, I'm using a very detailed brush. For my waterline, I use the LA Colors eyeliner. I don't remember the name, but as always, everything will be listed down below in case you guys are interested in any products. You can go ahead and shop through them with my links. And then going back into the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette, and I mix the two first shimmery shade. One is more yellow and one is more like vanilla, so I figured both of them would look really, really pretty, and I added that to the inner corner of the eyes. And then going on to the lower lash line, I am going to go into that chocolate brown color first to kind of like outline the lashes and then blend everything out. For my lashes, these are the Lash Couture Masterpiece in Cruise. One of my favorite lashes from the drugstore, you guys. Seriously, these are so beautiful and worth every single penny. I think these are about $10. I own the entire collection because that's how much I love them. We're going to move on to the lips. We're going to line them, of course, using the KKW Honey 2 Lip Liner. I know you can't get this. I don't know when she's coming back, but girl, I need you to hurry because I am running low on my lipsticks and my lip liners. And then here I am taking the Juvia's Place New Matte Lipstick, which has been my absolute go-to. And I just placed that onto the center. As you can see, this went really well with the eyes because that lip liner has that like honey yellowy undertone. So it paired perfectly with this combo. And then I topped it off with a lip gloss just to finish off the look. So once you've applied your lipstick of your choice, you are done with this look. I'm not going to set my skin because it is literally 10:30 at night and I'm just going to take some cute selfies, take this makeup off, and go to sleep. If you want to recreate today's Makeup Monday look, please tag me on your Instagram, on TikTok. That's pretty much the only places I am at. I also have a Snapchat, but I don't ever use it. So Instagram and TikTok is where I can more than likely see your looks. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, again, let me know what you guys think of today's look. Super easy, right? And very bright and super summer appropriate. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and take some cute selfies, take this makeup off, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.